How you doing? It's Carlos from NVS Audio. I came back from Knowledge Fest a few weeks ago, and the guys from Ground Zero sent me over their new DSP to play with, the GZDSP 6-8X. Unit's very small for a 8 output processor. I'm very impressed with the size. It's like 4 by 8 inches. I put it in my car, I had it in my car for a day, swapped it out with the DSP that I currently have in there. I was immediately impressed when I was setting up the software and I plugged it in, and then I got the dreaded cannot communicate screen, so I was about to get frustrated, but it includes another piece of software with it where all I had to do was click it and let it run. It scanned all the COM ports on the computer, and then when I got to number 5, it ran a test and automatically connected and automatically launched the software, so I didn't have to do anything. The software did everything by itself. That was pretty cool. That saved a ton of frustration. Let's see. Sounded good. First thing I test for DSP is make sure I'm not getting any noise. So hooked it up, fired it up, zeroed out the volume, zero noise like I had with my other DSP, so that's good. Let's see. I like the self-check where it found the USB 4 for me. I like the fact that it's 6 in, 8 out. It's got optical input. All the adjustments are done on real time, and then in the software, everything's on one page. So you get your 31 band EQ, every single channel, everything is on one page. So I hope you have a large laptop screen because it's a lot of information to have all in one, but it's nice to have everything on one screen so you don't have to toggle back and forth. It's got 31 bands on the first 6 channels. On the last 2 channels, it's got 11 bands. It's got 10 presets, which is a lot for a DSP. Most have 2 or 4. Cons. I don't like the fact that the interface on the software needs help. You got to be sort of a brainiac to use it. I could see first-time users or novice having a problem with it. We do a lot of DSPs at the shop, so it took me like 10-15 minutes to figure out. But I could definitely see it giving other people a hard time. It's not the easiest DSP to use on the market, but it's nice and it's powerful. It has no input EQ or DEQ feature, so that's something that I'm used to, and so I don't know that this would be my first choice in a car that doesn't have an aftermarket radio, like if I was doing, and it doesn't have enough inputs. So if I was doing a high-end car like BMW, Mercedes, I'm not sure that this would be the choice that I would use, because I'm used to DSPs that have a DEQ or input EQ feature. That way it does its thing on the input side and flattens out the factory EQ curve as best as it could, and then I just do my work on the output side. So with this one, you have to deal with both on the output side. Time alignment. Since it is a piece that's made in Europe, everything's in metric. It's in centimeters. So I took all my measurements in inches and I had to convert them over. That was a little bit of a pain in the ass. Other than that, it's a really good piece. Comes in at a good price point. So I see them doing really well. Another thing I didn't like, it didn't come with a remote control in the box. You have to buy that separately. It'd be nice if they could include it. We would need it for most installs, and that's how you switch back and forth between the auxiliary input, the master input, and the optical input. But I give it a B. Good processor, good price point. Awesome size. You can make it fit anywhere. I see a few guys using this on motorcycles too. It will fit. But I think you guys should give it a chance. Thank you. Talk to you later. Owner's manual is short, gets to the point. It's a very small manual, easy to read. It's only like 20 pages, 22 pages. Setup is quick and easy. Software, they need some work on the interface, but it's straightforward. You select what kind of speakers you have, whether it's a full range speaker, a mid-bass speaker, or a subwoofer. It's in the drop-down menu, so if you're going active, you can set the fronts for tweeters. You could set mid-bass driver, full range, or of course you can set full range or subwoofer for the last couple of channels. This took me a minute to figure out because the distance is only done in centimeters, so I had to measure in inches and then convert it. So once you set the distance to the farthest speaker, then you input the other distances, it'll self-calculate, and then you can adjust the distance in milliseconds here. You can adjust the phase for each channel, gain up and down for each channel. You can mute channels. You can link channels together. once I got it going, I was very impressed with the software. Software is not easy to use, but it's pretty easy to figure it out, especially if you're not messing with the time delay. I like the fact that you can use the software and you can make changes in real time. You don't have to reboot, change the configuration. As soon as you hit it, it's done, and you can tell the effect on the sound immediately. It's a nice piece. At a price point that it's at, it's very competitive. It puts it up against DSPs that don't have as many input channels or output channels. So it's a nice piece to add to our arsenal. We like it. I hope you guys give it a try. I hope you guys like it as well.